Homestead. So today I am in the book, Amish canning book, and I'm doing the chicken soup at page 181. The book that I really love, Canning, has a recipe, but I prefer trying to use this one because it has more broth than the other version. So that means I can easily transform it into a chicken noodle soup, a rice noodle soup. And also I want to try to have this as a base for chicken pot pie. So I would use the liquid and make a roux out of it and then add peas to the recipe so that I can make the chicken pot pie. So I need 5 quarts of broth, 3 cups of diced chicken cooked, 1.5 cups of celery dice, 1.5 cups of carrot slice, 1 cup of onions, salt and pepper to taste. So yesterday I cooked 2 chickens, and after that, as soon as I removed everything, the bones, I started, before going to bed, my broth, and this morning I'm straining it. So it's I would say a long day process, or like in a couple of steps process. And we're gonna pressure can this because this is meat. Trick. Keep your peels. I have a worm farm that I'm trying to build for worm casting. So I'm going to be freezing these, and this will become food for my worms. If you don't have worms, compost. If you want to dehydrate them to use for making vegetable broth later on, you can do that. But you can also feed them to your chickens. I also keep this brown paper for my onions, and I now freeze it so that when I do broth, I no longer use onions. I use the outer layer in the brown paper, and I freeze it so I save my precious onions. Presto, I'm using my 21 quart and adding 3 quarts of water. If you're pressure canning, always make sure to check the minimum water requirements for your specific model. Mine, there's a line, but it says in my manual 3 quarts. This is cooking. It's going to be cooking for 30 minutes. Once that's done, salt, pepper, and you want this water to be not boiling, but simmering, because we want similar temperature for the jars to go in there so they don't crack within the pressure canning process. Wiping the rim with vinegar to remove the fat on the rims. And then I'm going to put new lids. And we're going to be pressure canning this because these are 1 liter jars, quart jars, for 90 minutes. And I'm following the instructions in my book because of my elevation. So since mine is regular, I just use the instructions that's in my book. headspace. I forgot to say that.